Hi all beautiful people, I'm here to share my Luxor experience today. So in this video you will have some information about places, visa, currency, SIM card and tour guides. Let's hop on. We opted for Jazeera Airways from Dubai to Kuwait, and then we had a connecting flight to Luxor. So first thing first, about visa. Since we are Dubai residents, we visited the local Egyptian embassy here and applied for visa. We got it within 2 working days. By the time we reached hotel, it was 3 a.m. So we rested for some time, had breakfast and started our day with a beautiful KARNAK temple. Before we get into the temple, next comes your currency. Luxor airport is not the best place for your currency exchanges. So better to go with the local bank in the Luxor city. Have enough US dollars, as some of them will accept US dollars there till you get the local currency. Next is about the SIM card. As we did not find any service provider at the airport, we had to look one at the city. Okay, now let's go in.
Although we visited Luxor in early October, the climate was very hot. The best time we would recommend is from November till March.
It's a very beautiful place to visit and is considered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a popular tourist destination. It's one of the most famous and important religious complexes in Egypt, and this is located towards east bank of the Nile River. Then we headed towards Luxor temple, which is also towards east bank of the Nile River. This is a very large ancient Egyptian temple, and you will have to walk quite a lot. The entire temple plan is meant to represent man taking a step, emphasizing movement and growth. This is also the heart of Egyptian tourism industry, with incredible amounts of history found. Quite literally just 100 or so years ago. So after Luxor temple, we headed for lunch. We wanted to try the local cuisine, so we headed for one of the Egyptian restaurants with the Luxor temple view. And on the way back to hotel, we found this incredible view of sunsets with these beautiful cruises. Then we headed towards Mummification Museum, which was literally 5 minutes walk from the hotel. Now, scam alert! Beware of the tour guides, locals, or anybody who is approaching you to help or provide you service, because they may overcharge you, or they may not provide you proper service at all, or they may not show up at all.
We started our second day expedition from the Valley of Kings. This is located in the west bank of Luxor.
Here the steps are a bit steep, so you got to be careful.
Out of the famous tombs of Ramesses I, II and Tutankhamun, we visited the Ramesses II tomb. Indeed, it was a very interesting tomb.
The Valley of Kings was used for royal burials for the kings, their families and their possessions. It contains at least 63 tombs, from which 10 tombs are available to visit. And this is open from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. in winter and 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. in summer. Then we went to HATSHEPSUT, who brought great wealth and artistry to our land and also sponsored one of the Egypt's most successful trading expeditions, bringing back gold, ebony and incense from a place called Punch, which is in Africa. Okay, next it was Valley of the Queens.
After walking a bit, we visited the famous tomb of Valley of Queens, that is Nefertari.
Just for information, this will not be added from the passes which tour guide gives you. This is going to be an extra fee, so you can plan it accordingly. But please don't miss it. It's incredible.
Day 2, lunch 2. Our taste buds were calling for more Egyptian food. After lunch, we went for MADINAT HABU.
This is one of the best preserved temples. It's a must visit. Make sure you include this visit when you go for Valley of the Kings.
This is one of the only temple which is available at West Bank. Rest all of them are tombs. Valley of Queens, Kings and DEIR al-Madina.
With our own experience, we would recommend Luxor Egypt tours. I have mentioned their Instagram bio and the link in the description, so you may contact them, and they are really good. They really provided a best service, I can say. For local transportation or cab facilities, you can use InDrive app. And these are the list of few other places you can plan.
That's a wrap from Luxor. Up next, Cairo, the new capital of Egypt.